Preparing for the CTET Paper 1 exam, there is one topic you can be certain will appear. Take a look at this actual CTET question paper. On question 15, we see a scenario about a girl talking to herself to solve a problem. Notice the terms private speech and self-regulation. To answer correctly, you must understand the logic behind these ideas. Meet Lev Vygotsky. This Russian psychologist observed that human intelligence doesn't grow in a vacuum. It is built through our interactions with the world. Vygotsky called this sociocultural theory. He argued that a child's mind is supported by three foundational pillars: society, or samaj, culture, or sanskriti, and language, or pasha. Recognizing this social connection makes it much easier to spot the correct answers on your exam. Once you see how children use these connections to build knowledge, the rest of the theory falls into place. To see this in practice, let's look at a child learning to ride a bicycle. Every child starts with a baseline, things they can already do completely on their own, like walking. They don't need any help for this. On the opposite end, there are tasks that are currently impossible. No matter how much help you provide, a 5-year-old cannot fly a commercial airplane. But right in the middle is a space Vygotsky called the Zone of Proximal Development, or ZPD. In Hindi, you'll see this as Samipast Vikas Kshetra. This is the area containing tasks a child cannot do alone, but can achieve with a little assistance, like balancing on a bike. The person providing that assistance is the more knowledgeable other, or MKO. This is the individual who steps into the ZPD to guide the learner. Don't let the exam trick you here. An MKO does not have to be a teacher or an adult. It can be a classmate, a younger sibling, or even a computer program, as long as they have more skill in that specific task than the learner does. In short, the ZPD identifies where learning can happen, and the MKO is the person who bridges that gap. When an MKO helps, they use a technique called scaffolding, sometimes called pod or dancha. Think of this as a parent holding the back of a bicycle seat. It is a specific, targeted form of support. Crucially, this support is only effective if it is temporary. As the child finds their balance, the parent slowly lets go. The support is withdrawn the moment the learner can ride on their own. While practicing, you might hear the child whispering to themselves, "Keep pedaling, stay straight." Vygotsky called this private speech, or nijivarta. This self-talk serves a purpose. Children use it to actively regulate their own actions and guide themselves through a difficult challenge. Look at this comparison table. Vygotsky identifies the function of this speech as self-guidance and self-direction. This is a major point of difference from Jean Piaget, who saw this self-talk as a sign of immaturity. As the child masters the skill and grows older, usually around age 7, this talking out loud goes underground to become silent inner thought. Scaffolding provides the external support the child needs to start, while private speech provides the internal dialogue they need to finish. Let's move from the bicycle to the classroom. Imagine a student is stuck on a difficult math problem. Because they can't solve it alone, they are currently in their ZPD. This is where you step in as the more knowledgeable other. Instead of giving them the final answer, you provide scaffolding. This might be a small hint, a half-solved example, or a question that leads them to the next step. When you're reviewing CTET questions, look for these 5 markers. If the scenario involves social interaction, a ZPD, an MKO, scaffolding, or private speech, you found a Vygotsky question. This is also why Vygotsky supported group activities. In a group, peers act as MKOs for each other, helping the whole class progress together. Whenever a CTET question features temporary hints, peer collaboration, or self-regulating speech, you can be certain you're looking at Vygotsky's theory in action. Please like and subscribe for more CTET prep videos to help you ace your exam.